real sluggish early on, which kind of expected that with having a young team, and we talk about it with 9 freshmen and sophomores, and having to learn how to play with each other, and trying to learn what our identity is defensively. And it's always good when you get in the game and figure all that out. Offensively, we were real sluggish there because we were rushing everything and was one pass and shoot, and that's what offense is designed to do. Once we settled down, things got really good for us, and we started executing. We got the shots we wanted. We started getting matched up there in the second half and played better defensively. Still not as good as what we need to play, but that will come. That will come. Defense always comes, and it'll come as we continue to work at it, and we'll continue to work. But just real proud to get the win, 1-0, and we got another tough one on Sunday night against a really good team, Louisiana Lafayette. So we'll go back to work tomorrow to fix what we messed up today and get ready for Sunday.
Yeah, I would say it kind of helped in the second half, because when we went in the locker room, we actually talked, so we can pick it up for the second half.
Just talk your performance. 24 points, career high. Your brother had a big game in exhibition. Because today was your big game. Just what were you feeling out there, seeing on the floor?
I just felt confident in how I work in practice, and it came to the game.
Coach, you said that you weren't going to worry about the 3-point shooting. Y'all got 9 today. Do you feel like you're tracking in the right direction in terms of behind the arc?
Yeah, we shot too many of them. We settle a little bit, and we got to know who's shooters and who's not. But shooting the ball, we worked hard this week on that, and we'll continue to get better at that. But I'm a lot happier. Obviously, got 9 looks, and the way they play is where every team's going to play. They put 5 people in the paint and say you got to shoot it, and that's where our rebounding's got to be real good. Because when we miss them, we got to go get them, and that's what I was upset with more than anything early, is I didn't feel like our post players rebounded at all. Felt like they stood behind, and we'll have to work on that tomorrow. But shooting the ball, I felt real good about that.
How did you see it from Mississippi Valley? How much improved team from what y'all played them? They held them 38 points last year. They got a little bit more this year.
Yeah, they just put their head down and went to the basket. They didn't. It wasn't like they ran any offense that bothered us, and they basically got the basketball and said, whoever had it, I'm going to go one-on-one and go in there, and if I miss, I miss. If I make, I make, and they'll foul me. And that's tough to guard from time to time, and especially when they get you so spread out and that kind of thing. And so he had a good plan of just saying, hey, look, we're not going to run an offense to let them get in any kind of formation. And he spread the floor out, and whoever had the ball attacked, and they attacked our post players from the 4 and 5 spot, and they're improving defensively, and they'll continue to get better there. But it's good. That's good. It's better than winning by 60. We didn't play very well. We won the game, and we're real happy about winning. And this time of year, if we'd have played a perfect game, I'd be worried. But it kind of reminds me of our game last year against Grambling, very similar, where we struggled early, finally got going late, won the game by 20 points, 25 points. Reminded me of that, and we've got to come out with better energy. But we had some players that played really well today, so I'm real happy about that. Had some this girl next to me played really good, and I'm real happy with her. The way she was aggressive, I'm asking her to be aggressive. She's very talented, and she's got to be aggressive and believe in herself, and she did that.
Precious got 9 minutes, first kind of debut. What did you see from the eye test?
It's good. She's still a work in progress, trying to get herself back in shape. She can't go very long periods of time right now because her conditioning's not where it needs to be. In game situations, it's she can run up and down the court in sprint drills and things like that. But in terms of game situation, her conditioning is not very good, and so she gets tired real quickly. And so Precious will play better as the year continues going. Her confidence and the rust gets off. So all in all, she had a good day. I was real happy with her.
Anything else?
That's a goal of ours to force. I don't think 35 is a realistic night in and night out goal. If we could force 35 a night, I would probably need to put out some kind of DVD of defensive pressure. But our goal is to force about 25 a night, and that's something that we work hard on every day in practice. As we continue to get more disciplined defensively, we'll continue to force. And we forced 35, but we got ourselves out of position at times by trying to lunge at a ball or going after it with the wrong hand, things like that. That's stuff we can clean up, and we'll clean that up. But, forcing a lot of turnovers is something that we pride ourselves on. That's what we recruit these players to do. And we recruit great athletes. We want to be able to play man-to-man in the full court. We want to be able to run up and down. We're playing offensively. We're playing really a freedom style where they're able to have a lot of freedom and to drive the basketball and create for themselves or create for their teammate. And, so allowing players to play in a system. And so you're going to have some mistakes defensively from time to time. But forcing 35 turnovers, I was real happy with that. And even more happy, we had 23 assists. 23 assists, that's a lot of assists. And so we had 23 assists on 35 made shots, had 93 attempts. Is that some kind of record? Yeah, some of those attempts where we clanked them off the layup and then we rebounded it and then missed a layup and then rebounded and missed a layup. We really have conquered that part of our game. And we got to continue working on that in practice on how to continue rebounding our own misses. But 93 attempts is a lot of attempts. Has to be some kind of record. And then we broke the record for attendance at a game, a women's basketball game in the state of Mississippi. We were been a part of both of those last year when we played Mississippi State. They broke that. We broke it today with the school kids game. But if anybody wants to say anything about that, because we had a school kid game and all that, we're going to break it again in the pavilion here in February. You can figure out who we're playing, but we're going to pack the pavilion out in February and break this record again. So.
Anything else?
Yeah, I mean we got some talented offensive players. Kelsey Briggs is very talented. Erica Sisk went 1 of 9 in the first half. I need to stop calling them quarters because I was corrected by somebody that they're periods. And so in the first period we struggled, and not you, Jessica, but I got an email from somebody saying they call it periods. But we got Kelsey Briggs is very talented. Erica Sisk is very talented offensively. She went 1 of 9 in the first half. That's not something she's going to do. She came back and went 4 of 7 in the second half. She slowed down. She focused on what she was doing. And so Sandrika Sessom, I'm asking her to score double figures. I think she has a possibility of leading our league in scoring this year. I really do. We need her to do that. And so, it's a I think we're going to have that. We have 3 or 4 a night with scoring in double figures, and it's going to be different people. I didn't say anything about Alyssa Austin, but how great was her pace when she was in the game? Maybe one of the fastest guards in our league. You can't keep her in front of you. They had 3 on her at one time, and she still went by 3 of them. And so, Alyssa Austin gets in there with 12 points, and we shot 69% from the free throw line. We're trying to shoot as a team 70+%, so we're right on that. We're going to shoot a lot of free throws because of how aggressive we play, but I could see us getting multiple people each and every night in double figures. We're going to score the ball. The problem with this team is that we'll buy in and defend and really get stops when we have to get stops and not just rely on turning somebody over 35 times. This happens, we only turn them over 24. Can we get stops in those other possessions that we didn't turn them over in? And so that's something I'm looking for. No, I'm not. Was not surprised on anything that Sandrika did. I see her do it every day in practice. I think she's one of the most talented players in our league. She's a sophomore. She's going to have good days. She's going to have bad days. I have to have patience with her from time to time because I want more and more and more. But as she continues to go, she's got the world. I mean, the sky's her limit. There's really not a limit for her how good she can be. She could be one day a player of the year in this league. That's how talented she is. And the Sandrika, and I'll say it in front of her, one of her problems is she's too nice from time to time, and she wants everybody else to score. And Coach Matt wants her to score because when she shoots it, it makes me look like a really good coach. All right. Thanks.